Okay, guys, so we're going to be starting lying on backs today. So make your way down onto your spine. Nose pointing straight up, feet together, flex your ankles, squeeze your big toes together. And then we interlace fingers at the chest, turn your palms towards your feet. And then with the breath, we're going to lift and lower. On your inhale, taking arms up over your head. As you exhale, taking your arms down. So moving with breath, getting those full deep inhales so you really expand into your front ribs as your arms lift. Allow your side ribs to move towards your ears as the arms go over your head. So you're really stretching long through your sides, keeping your big toes glued together. And this is a nice warm up to do before our flow class. So if you can make it to this class before our flow class in the morning, you'd be well prepared and ready to do a nice strong flow. Now next time you lift your arms over your head, we're going to keep them there. Don't worry if your arms don't touch the floor. If your arms are up in the air, that's fine. But now really push through the base of the wrist. And don't just push on the baby side. So that side of the hand will go away from your head quite easily. The side on the thumb will not. The side on the thumb will tilt towards your head. So you got to work extra carefully to try and press the thumb side of your palm away from you. And then releasing your arms, bring them down your sides, and hug your knees into your chest. You're rocking side to side if you want to. But let the chest sink, let the shoulders drop, even though your arms are lifted. And now dropping your feet down to the edges of your mat, wider than hips. Let's take our rolls of the knees, side to side. Out breath rolls down, in breath lifts up. And so we're really focusing on the breath here and keeping those breaths long and deep. So rolling side to side is going to be nice and slow if you're moving with long, deep breaths. And each time you roll the knees and really press down with the top leg knee. So you get that extra little stretch over the hip, as if you're trying to touch the floor with that knee. The knee on the other side, not so much. And we'll roll once more to each side. After you've done that, we point knees up. And once more, just step your feet in to touch each other and slide those legs straight on the ground. Pressing heels away, gluing big toes together once more. Keep your left leg like that and bring your right knee up to your chest. So hands over your shin or your knee or even on the back of the thigh. Squeeze your thigh in nice and close. Your right foot can flex or relax, but flex firmly into your left heel and ankle. Try to get the back of your left knee and calf on the floor, as well as your heel. Each out breath, squeezing that right leg closer into your body. So it's not just holding, it's pulling in super tight. And we stretch right leg on the floor. Bring your feet together, flex the ankles, squeeze big toes and heels to touch each other. Then change to the other side. Left knee comes up, hug in nice and tight. And again, your left foot can flop and relax, or you can flex, but do push into the right heel. Keep the right leg and the right foot super active. Don't lift your right heel off the ground. And then sink the shoulders down towards the mat behind you. Each out breath, hugging the left leg closer towards you. Each exhale, sinking in the belly. And then stretching left leg out on the ground again next to the right leg. Feet flexed together. Press the big toes in towards each other. And once more, interlace your fingers. Turn palms towards your toes. On your inhale, arms go up. As you breathe out, arms go down. And don't worry if your spine starts to arch as the arms go up over your head. That's fine. But keep your bum on the floor and keep your shoulders on the floor, or upper back on the floor at least. And now next time your arms go over your head, once more, we're going to stay there. Let go of your hands. Hold onto your left wrist with your right hand. We're going to stretch into your left toes. Pull the right toes towards your right knee, but point your left toes. And then lengthen and pull that left arm over towards the right as you stretch into the left toes. And each time you breathe in, pull over a little bit more or stretch your left side body a little bit longer. And then coming to center and flexing the left foot. We change, hold your right wrist with your left hand, point into the right toes, and pull the right arm over towards the left. Maybe it's just a little bit of a bend to the side. Maybe it's quite a deep bend for you. Do what feels good. But right toes point, lengthen the top of the ankle and shin. Left heel flexes and presses away from you. And then coming back to center, you're going to release the arms down your sides, bend into your knees, feet hip distance apart, and then bringing right ankle to your left thigh. We're going to lift the left leg straight up. Hold onto left thigh with your hands. If you can't hold with hands, use a strap or a belt behind your leg and hold onto that. And now we point and flex with the left foot. And you point and flex with your breath. So as you inhale, you point. As you exhale, you flex, or the other way around. Sink the upper arm bones, even though they don't touch the floor. And next time you flex, keep your toes pulling towards your left knee and really stretch into your heel and the back of that left leg. And keep your right foot where it is. Don't move the right foot. Bend your left knee. Take left foot to the floor first. Then right foot onto the ground and change over. Left ankle to right thigh. Pressing the left knee away from your hip. We lift that right leg straight up and hold onto the right thigh with hands. And when you're ready, point and flex with the right ankle and foot. Sink the arm bones again. Let the arm muscles soften. Let the shoulders and your neck soften. So it's a breathe and stretch class. Make sure that you're breathing consciously. And next time you flex your right foot and ankle, keep pulling your toes down. Keep the flex. Really push up with the heel. Keeping left ankle where it is. Don't move that left foot yet. Bend the right knee, drop your right foot down to the floor, and then left foot down. And again, feet touching, knees together, stretch your legs straight on the mat, and flex the feet. Bending your right knee up, let's take a twist. So rolling the right thigh over, flatten the right shoulder into the ground, and then turn your right palm up to the ceiling, drop your right forearm and the back of your hand to the floor. And that right elbow can be shoulder height or lower. Usually if you take your right elbow higher than your right shoulder here, it tends to lift the upper back. So make sure the upper back is on the ground, wherever that right arm is. Feel the breath moving through your body. And each time you breathe out, sink into the upper back, shoulders, arms, and back of your head. Roll up to center. Stretch both legs straight on the floor next to each other. Get your feet in line with the top of the head. Then bend the left knee up and take your twist to the other side. Relax the right foot and focus on breath. Left palm turns up if that's comfortable for you, helping to flatten the shoulder blade down on the left. And then relax the sides of your neck. Relax your throat. Soften all the muscles in your face. Relaxing the face helps the shoulders and the neck to relax. And then untwisting yourself. We're going to hug your knees into your chest. And like we did at the beginning, if you want to, you can rock a little bit side to side. And centering on your spine, we're going to rock up to sitting. So making your way to cross legs or legs straight out in front of you if cross ankles is not good on the knees. Hands resting on the thighs or the knees, and you can hook over your knees with your fingers so long as you don't pull too hard. We're going to move straight into some spinal rolls. So with an exhale, you just tuck your chin, lean the spine back as you round your shoulders forwards. On an inhale, curl the chest up, lift your chin as high as is comfortable for your neck. As you exhale, rolling down again. So again, remember this is all about the breath. So come back to those deep, full inhales and exhales that you were doing when you were lifting and lowering your arms, lying on your spine. Each time you round, really squeeze in, chin to throat, nice and tight to get the full stretch in the back of the neck and the back of your head, even over the top of the skull. Next time you round down, let's hold it there. So we're holding the opposite of a nice, tall, straight spine and good posture, but we're doing it with a purpose. So keep rounding your spine back as your shoulders tuck towards your chest. chin to throat. Sinking thighs and knees. Relax the leg muscles. And then with an inhale, curl your chest up. We're going to stretch the legs out in front of us. Again, feet together, ankles flexed. And let's take a twist. So we're bending the right knee up, foot on the floor. Hold on with left hand or elbow to that bent leg and twist right hand back behind you. So try to square the shoulders, don't dip them to one side. You can be on fingertips with the right elbow bent. Pull the left toes back towards your left knee, but at the same time push down into the ground with the left heel. The more you can get that left leg to activate, the more of a stretch and release you'll get over your lower back. Keeping your spine tall and straight. And twist with the breath. Right leg reaches out in front of you, feet together, then bend the left knee up and twist to the other side. Keep pushing that right heel away from your right hip, but also down into the floor. So affirming the right leg, again, to help the release in your back and over your hips and the pelvis. And from here, untwisting. Left leg out in front of you. We're going to make our way onto hands and knees. And once you're there, taking just a few cats and cows. And again, getting into that release in the back body. Breathing in to drop the chest. Breathing out to round the spine up. One more stretch up into your cat pose. You hold it there, looking back towards your chest or your tummy. Or keep breathing. And then flattening into your spine. And we're moving into a downwards facing dog. So once you're in your down dog, walk it out a little bit. Get that extra stretch into the back of the calf as one knee bends and the other straightens. And we keep walking, feet to hands at the top of the mat, feet hip distance apart. And now we're going to go up and down with a breath. So on an inhale, lift, circle arms to the side, float the arms up. As you exhale, fold down. And we keep going. Full breaths in and out. Just like when you're on your back, each time arms reach out, let the side ribs lift up high so you can get even more breath into your chest and your rib cage. Next time you fall down, we'll stay there, just hanging. You can hold onto forearms or elbows if you want to and take a few sways from side to side with the top of the head hanging down so that the sides of the neck stretch out. Back of the neck relaxes and releases. And then coming to center. If you're holding onto forearms, change the cross of the forearms so opposite one is in front or underneath. And sink a little bit deeper with your upper body. And now we're going to keep holding the elbows and on an inhale, lift your arms forward and up over your head. And now you stay standing. I'm coming onto shins. We're going to take a side stretch over to one side and hold it there. As you do that, turn your face a little bit down. Don't look up, just so we don't strain the neck. You pull onto your forearm or your elbow with your hand to increase the stretch. And then lifting up. And take it over to the other side. So again, don't look up. If you need to turn your head, turn your nose more down. Once more to center and to the other side. Keep pressing out with the inner thighs to widen your lower back. Coming to center and once more to the opposite side. And lifting back up. Now we're going to reach your arms up over your head. On an exhale, swing them back behind you, interlace your fingers, lift your chest. And on an exhale, fold down over thighs. And then sink the top of your head down once again to release the back and sides of your neck. Unless you feel dizzy when you hang upside down, then you look at the floor. And we're going to release arms down. And from here, step your right leg back into a lunge. So try and get the right knee nice and straight. Using your breath to lengthen the front of your body. Each time you breathe in, chest moves forward. And we're keeping feet where they are. Just drop that right knee down to the mat. The fingertips stay on the ground. The same action with the chest and the breath. Each time you breathe in, chest moves forward to flatten out your back. Keep those breaths deep and full. And we tuck the back toes under, lift your back knee, step forwards, and take the other leg back. So into the lunge with the knee off the ground, front heel under the front knee to get the correct release in the right hip, left leg straight to get a good stretch over the front of the left thigh and hip. And lowering your left knee down to the ground. Each time you breathe in, press the chest forwards. Keep the breath full and deep. And now from here, we're going to step back onto your right knee, bringing your knees and your feet together, and then opening your knees out to the sides of your mat. Press hips back and stretch your arms forward. Sink your forehead down to the ground. Now, if you want more stretch in your side body, keep the elbows straight and slide your arms in to touch each other. If that doesn't feel good for you, you keep the hands wider apart. Each out breath, sinking and melting into your forehead. From here, we're going to take a twist. Let's take left arm under the chest, turning your left palm up. Turn your face to look in the direction of your left fingers and sink down into that left upper arm and shoulder. Soften into your neck again. And reaching your left arm forwards and change. Take the right arm under. And then reaching right arm forwards. So even stretch through both sides. And from here, we're going to walk the hands up. To come to seated, take your legs out in front of you. And we're going to move into Jana Shashasana. So bringing right foot up the inside of your left leg. Flex the left ankle. If you need to, you use a strap around your foot. Otherwise, tilting forwards to place hands on shin, or hands on the floor, or holding onto your foot. Now focus on the breathing, following each breath in and out. As your mind wanders, bring your mind back to your breath. Each time you breathe out, sink in that right shin and your right knee, getting heavier and heavier with the right leg with each breath. Lifting your chest, stretch the right leg straight, and bring the other foot up the inside of your right leg. Inhale to reach forward. Okay, again, if you're holding a strap, sure your hands are doing the same thing on each side. Don't have one hand forward or the other hand forward, and don't hold on with one hand. Coming back to those breaths. So it's a meditation with focus on the breath. Follow each breath from tip of nose into your chest and back out to tip of nose again. And then coming all the way up, both legs straight, opening out into a V. Flex your ankles, but push the heels into the ground. And then taking your hands behind the line of your thighs. We're going to take a side stretch here. Inhale the left arm up. On your exhale, tip over to the right. So either onto your right hand, with the arm straight, or the elbow bent, or even elbow to floor. And if you're taking elbow to floor, usually if you bring your elbow closer to your hip, then you've got more space to lengthen in the neck and to let the shoulder relax on the right side. Each time you breathe in, stretch your arm further away from the top of your head. And with an inhale, come up to center. Soften the shoulders back and down. In-breath reaches the right arm up. Exhale to tip to the other side. Okay, place your hand where it's most comfortable for you, but don't let your left shoulder creep up your neck to your head, and don't drop your head towards your shoulder. Lengthen through the left side of the neck. Each in-breath, reaching your arm longer away from your head. And then coming up to center, we're reaching for shins or feet or hands forwards in front of you. Keep stretching your heels away from your hips as if you're trying to make your legs longer. But again, don't lift the heels. Keep heels on the ground. And walking hands up. Coming to cross ankles. Namaste, everyone.